You're killing me, Smalls.
We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS shipping packages. I'm smoking weed out them packages. If I ain't got a gun, I'm stabbing it. I got some leftover lean in the cabinet. I can hit your little hoe when she happy. Poke on that pussy shit like it's a top in it. We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS doing the packaging. I'm smoking good ass weed out them packages. I can't lie 'cause I ain't capping it.
Welcome back to the DNA podcast. It's your boy D.
It's your boy Antonio. Let's get to it.
I would like to start off and say thank you for joining us in our new year. I think this is about our fourth or fifth year up.
Fourth year.
Fourth year running. Thank you for everybody that supported us in the beginning. Thank you to everybody that's just tuning in with us and supporting us now. The support is appreciated greatly. But to today's topic, I always suck with the topic during the video, but the title be so lit. But it's black things becoming ghetto. And that came about because I seen on a post where it's people don't wear Uggs anymore, or people don't like wearing Uggs because they said Uggs are ghetto now. This was a shocker to me. I wear Uggs and I don't give a shit, but and that's just that just had me thinking about other stuff that's been deemed ghetto that other people don't like or don't wear. That's nothing wrong with it.
But I feel like there's always this two-edged sword with like black things being ghetto, because like it being ghetto and being black is also what makes it cool. So without us making it a cool thing to do, it doesn't ever become popular to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I mean, I think the perfect example of this is Jordan's Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying?
All ghetto shit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a white person wear dope mans from the age of like 5 to at least 12, 13.
I haven't seen white people wear that shit until 3 years ago. If I'm being for real.
There was a few white kids that hung out with us that were just, you know, that's just the life they lived.
That's different because like white people hang out with black people always tend to, to do black things. I'm talking like just regular white people now.
But it didn't go mainstream until recently.
And so, hell, that's a good way to spin off of. Most people call them Air Force Ones. We call them dope mans. Them shit's ghetto as hell. And I need that to be known. Like, that's not no high class shoe. It's not anything. It was supposed to be cheap 10, 15 years ago. They're about $40. Then they raised to 60. And then somewhere in between college when I wasn't wearing them, they jumped up to 80, and now they got damn $100. No. They were good shoes that you could get on a budget when you couldn't afford anything else. And it's not saying that they don't look nice. Of course they look nice. That's why Nelly made a song about them. That's why every black kid in the neighborhood had about 4 or 5 pairs of different color ones.
Yeah. I don't think I've owned a pair of like cocaine white ones until now. I don't think I've ever owned a pair. I didn't really like white shoes growing up, so like
my mom didn't allow me to get white shoes.
But like I don't know. I didn't really like white Air Force Ones, but like I had like every other pair. I had a black and red patent leather pair. I had a red and gray pair. I remember I waited for those for months for them to go on sale before I bought them. I was back in middle school, I remember. I had so many pairs of Air Force Ones, and they're just a classic, pretty comfortable shoe that you just, you can throw them on and not. And I guess it's why they're kind of popular with the white folk now, because you don't have to dress them up.
But the problem is, when it came to Air Force Ones, so you had to wear them a certain way. If we're really talking about taking care of shoes, most people had to either throw some paper towels in the front of them to stop them from creasing up, White ones specifically. So I don't have white ones now because damn, they hard to upkeep. Black ones, you just don't have to, just don't run in them bitches and they stay cool. But like, you had to have paper towels in them. You walk a certain way, not to crease them. You have to wear your pants a certain way so that they don't stain them.
Yeah, they don't turn blue on you.
But this is all stuff that we're looked down upon and being labeled ghetto. Like this goes further than the shoe because if you did these things, you were made, like you were looked at a certain type of way. And face it, by the white people, but instead of white people, because there is other races involved, I'm gonna say the other side. But I don't want y'all to lose track of what of who I'm talking about. So like doing all these things was like just what you had to do growing up to keep your shoes nice. And why do we focus so hard on keeping our shoes nice? You ain't got too many goddamn pairs of them. Like, this isn't a case of when I wear these out, I'm going to get new ones. No.
You got a whole year, my nigga, at best.
I'm not even going to say that. I feel like unless you were dirt poor, I feel like you got new shoes at the beginning of the school year, depending on when the beginning was.
You might get some on Christmas.
Might during Christmas and might on your birthday. So there's a chance for 3 all year. But that's still 3 in a year's time.
Very true.
So, but even still, that's 3. Like, this isn't, so y'all just got play shoes in between. No. Your old shoes.
Your old shoes with your play shoes. The shoes that you had already broke in for a year. And don't you grow out of them because you fucked then.
Yeah, I swear. Never had that problem. Mom just got them shits too big.
You walk around with the boats on.
But now it's like, now they're not ghetto. But since they're not ghetto, Nike's capitalizing on them. I was about to get me 2 pairs. Till I saw them shits like $130. No, I can't justify paying that. I can't justify paying a price. And this, I don't even think that's due to inflation.
Oh no, they mark the price up.
Yeah, like it's one.
I mean, like a pair of shoes only costs like, I think it's like $3 to make or some shit like that. It's an absurd number. So it only cost them, $3, $4, at most $10 to make. So realistically, they can charge you $60 and make 6 times what they put into it, if not more than that.
I think it's always 100 times. Like, yeah, that's always the kickback of shoes.
What do we?
But now the TikTok era, let's call it what it is. When black people like stuff, prices don't go up. And I'm not saying that a white kid should feel bad for seeing something and liking it. I'm saying that's just the trend that you see. Black people could have it for years, and it doesn't move the needle. Hell, it might even get frowned upon while we get it. When white people discover it, in quotes, it's like them breaking new ground, and then the price shoots up.
This is the new Christopher Columbus.
It's a new Christopher Columbus, but this is what they do. Like, this is not me shitting on white people, even though it sounds like I am. Boy, I feel like every race is great at something. It's a known thing that black people are athletes. Like, I can't even knock that. We're smart too, but 9 out of 10, most black people are just born athletes. White people are born thieves. Y'all good at stealing. Boy.
We don't get monetized for that one.
Damn. Hey, you can demonetize me as much as you want. When I have history to back it up, boy, you done stole the Indians' homeland. You done stole their identity because they're not even Indians from the get-go. Then you steal their land, their crops. Then you go back overseas and steal black people's freedoms and bring them back over. And even nowadays, just like simple stuff some people believe white people made. And I'm not saying white people did not make anything, but I'm hard pressed to think of something off the cuff that a white guy made that he did not get from anywhere else. So, hey, and don't get me wrong, stealing is the best superpower because y'all rewrite history off of it. Shit, I would love to have that superpower.
They steal the history too. Okay.
You feel like I would give up athleticism for that Because God forbid when there become a real white player who's the best in the league, God gonna rewrite it, act like there won't no Michael Jordan or LeBron. That nigga's out of worldly. That's just
All
what
right.
happens.
All right. I mean, they already tried to do that with Larry Bird, so they let that nigga go.
You feel me? Right now they're doing it with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, if you really watch, he's a white James Harden. If I even say he's slightly better than James Harden, it's not by a lot. God, niggas act like you never seen
Is it James Harden in his prime or James Harden now?
in his prime.
Oh,
The same James Harden has got made fun of for dribbling the ball too long. There's a statistic that proves Luka dribbles the ball more. There's actually he I think they said he has 30 more dribbles than James Harden in his prime per game. But James Harden's dribbles was out of this world. But you ignore those facts because hell, it's James Harden. He's black. He's
Yep.
got it. But to circle back, yeah. So Air Force Ones is one of many things, but I don't know. It hits black people because I've had homeboys who went back and told me, bro, the price of Air Force Ones, like they were meant to be cheap. I guess the only way I can explain it to people who didn't grow up with it is if ramen just started shooting up in price.
yeah. Now you're paying $5 a pack.
Yeah,
You're gonna be upset.
when it's like it's just ramen. Don't get me wrong, I like it and I do want it, but it's not worth it. I like Air Force Ones. I wish I would get a pair of Air Force Ones, but it's not worth $130 each.
Yeah, like I think I asked for a pair for my birthday, and like I didn't realize what price they were. I still thought they were $80.
I thought they were even 80 was a reach to me. But I'm grown. I got a full size adult foot, man foot. 80, you ain't really gonna find a shoe under 80, so might as well shit. There's plenty of stuff under 130. I could get.
Shit, I can get a pair of drawers for $130 if I get the drop right.
I swear to you, I can get a bunch of other comfortable shoes. I think that's the thing. People won't admit this, but Air Force Ones aren't even that comfortable.
Yeah, they are decent.
Yeah.
They are. I'm sitting down all day kind of shoe.
I'm about to say they are. I put on once a week.
It's a semi special occasion.
If you wore that every day, oh nah, bro, you have back problems. So,
Man, speaking of Air Force Ones, this is one guy at my job. He wears Air Force Ones every day.
that nigga's a menace. Oh,
I was like, how's your back holding together, my G?
bro, how back in the day, it's like, Air Force Ones used to be basketball shoes. Nah, really. Y'all niggas was hard. Like Converses. Like Converses was Magic Johnson's signature shoe. Oh, y'all niggas was hard back in the day, I tell you.
Shit, I wear a pair of Converses for more than 2 hours on my feet. Oh my god.
Bro, I can't even wear Converses. I'm not even gonna sit there and bullshit.
God.
Converses are one of those shoes that I done phased. Yeah, I do think they still look cool, but nah, bro, what the fuck I'm going in those? Unless I'm riding around.
I got one pair of beat up Converses, but I only wear them when I'm looking for the beat up look. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But this same notion spreads far above Air Force Ones because this is an instance of something being ghetto but being taken and now people revere it. But let's take a brand like Fubu. There's no reason Fubu should not be hot. That shit makes shirts and sweats and shit like Nike. And back in the day, that shit was hot. But for some reason, it's some turning point because only black people was wearing it. It got deemed ghetto.
I mean, same thing with same thing with most black celebrity brands.
Sean John,
Yeah.
rocawear.
Yeah, Baby Fat.
Yeah. These brands some of these stuff are still around and they're still hot. I've seen some Sean John shirts. There's no reason I don't got one besides, got labeled ghetto. But why is it ghetto? Why is something founded by Jay-Z ghetto? Why is something founded by Diddy
Yeah.
ghetto? Because only black people cared for it?
I mean, I feel like it's the same thing with even with other products outside of apparel stuff, even alcohol, because if we're talking about black owned celebrity black owned companies, Ciroc, Ace of Spades, There's more, but I can't think of them.
It's not celebrity owned, but the tried and true Hennessy. And some bars have openly told me, oh yeah, we don't carry it because we don't like the crowd. What's the crowd? Tell me that exactly.
You know how many? I've seen so many videos of white people saying this is my favorite drink, and it's Henny.
Why is it like?
No, but like, so like, what's the crowd?
that too. But where the hell did you drink Henny from? You must have went to college and your one dorm mate must have been black.
I mean, it's at every liquor store, so I mean, they would have came across it eventually.
Which is funny. Like, you would, but then you wouldn't. Because that shit's behind the counter.
Mm-mm.
Every liquor store I went to, the Henny's behind the counter.
You went to the black liquor store, that's why.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say, because I went there, my first liquor I ever bought was Henny, of course. Because, like, I didn't know what else to get. Bro, I was in that liquor store for like an hour and a half.
They were like, what the fuck is he doing?
Bro, probably like, bro, this is the longest fucking heist ever. Why the fuck does this nigga take an hour and a half to knock this bitch off? I called the cops 40 minutes ago. But I had to go to the counter. Oh, do you carry Hennessy? Yes, it's behind us. You got anything else behind you? Like, why do you have one brand of motherfucking liquor behind you? If I wanted to steal, I'm more well off stealing the other shit too.
So like, but when you go to a white liquor store, or like one that's in a more affluent area, the only stuff that they have behind the counter is like your really high end bourbons, your really high end whiskeys, a really high brandy or whatever like that. Like your really high end shit. Not no Henny.
So that's the shit that they steal.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
like a bottle of Buffalo Trace. Like,
I swear,
that's a $200 bottle.
Yeah, I think,
and you know, Hennessy does have like $2,000 bottles, but like,
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah, you have to order it from Hennessy.
And like, that's something small too. That it's like the Hennessy be separated, but y'all got fucking $400 bottle shit out here on the floor. Okay. I'm still a $400 shit. You can keep your $40 bottle of Henny. Like, I guess I see the logic, but at the same time, you trying to be a smart ass come off looking like a dumb ass.
I mean, they're just expecting you to not know anything about liquor. That's the, and in a way, they're right.
Well, when it comes to people, I tell people this, you can tell niggas who never stole a day in their life. Boy, if I really wanted to steal, I don't need to know shit about liquor except for what the price is. If that's what I want to do, my preference don't matter. Damn, what's 400? That shit must taste like water. That bitch must be butter, and I'm gonna take it. like at my job, we have this warehouse that has a bunch of cages that's chained up. But it's like something, oh yeah, keep it chained well, nobody stealing. Bro, if I really wanted to, I'll scale this fucking fence, hop over, take the liquor, push the liquor through the little hole, and then scale back over and take this shit. Y'all niggas ain't running into somebody who really wanted to steal. Like, this is an asinine setup. Like, I'm just being for real with you.
I don't know.
This stops niggas who half-heartedly steal. But if a nigga really wanted to steal, boy, I'd be over that fence. I'd be up and over that fence in 10 seconds flat. This is a regular fence. Like this is a fence.
Oh, it's like, it comes this side?
No, it scales up. Like, I want to say like it's 9 foot. But like, there's still a fence in the hood. Boy, I'll run, jump that bitch, and be over in 4 seconds. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's not even basketball court high.
But we make sure it's chained up so nobody steals it. Once again, y'all niggas really don't want to steal. Like, just tell me that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But to circle back, yeah, when it comes to brands, and I didn't notice that it was specifically rappers, but that makes sense because rappers appeal more in black neighborhoods, and that's where the product is pushed. And it's like, I don't know when fubu stopped being hot. I don't know when Sean John stopped being hot.
Fubu stopped being hot around 4th, 5th grade.
Maybe
So
so.
like I don't know what year that was, but I don't know. we
2006,
were 10. So do the math. We're 25 now.
7,
Yeah.
something like that. And it's just like, I remember Chris Brown making rounds like years ago, wearing a FUBU shirt. And it's like, oh, that FUBU kind of fire. Like, it's a shirt. It's a shirt with FUBU on it and the colors was good. Like, why does it matter? Why is Nike so revealed, so reveled, but FUBU so like downtrodden on? And it's all media at the end of the day. And let me not sugarcoat it for you. The media controls what you think about something. And even though I bring up white people a lot, I don't even think half white people in existence have a say in what goes on with media. Just that most of the media that is consumed is ran by white people. And a select group of white people. So maybe white people, this isn't even what white people want. They're being just as controlled as every other race.
Yeah.
But it still is what it is. Like, this is the same thing when a white rapper pops up, but he's the talk of the town when he's not nothing really special. Macklemore winning that Grammy that every person will always remember. And it's like, we don't hate Macklemore. Well, we didn't. But come on now. Has the joke gone on too far
And what was he going up against? That was
it was Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick. I know that for facts.
Rob.
I think that was 4 for 4 Hove also.
No, that came out way after.
So it was something Hove. I don't think it was 4 for 4.
No.
But I know everybody knew Good Kid, Mad City should have won that. Like, even Macklemore came out and said, yeah, Kendrick was robbed. And it's just, that's what happens when a certain group of individuals just run the narrative. By no metric that Dale Macklemore should have beat. By no metric. I think Swimming Pools was number 1 longer than The Heist. I think the album charted higher and stayed higher than Macklemore's album. Like, literally by no statistical measurements did he beat Kendrick, except for the people who did the votes. Like,
yeah, I mean, but I think that's part of the the dichotomy of hip hop in general, right? Because like hip hop it's a black art, right? And it's like, and just like we said, like it was always perceived as ghetto, this and that. But once people like the Ice baby nigga, Vanilla Ice, and then Eminem, MGK, like, so once they started coming into the scene, it started to become more and more acceptable to the masses. And then the black artists were accepted too into the fold too, but why did it take them to be part of it for it to become part of the culture of America, not just the culture of black people? That makes sense. So like, it's one of those, I don't know.
And it goes further than
It shouldn't cool until it's cool.
Yeah, it goes further than music. It's anything. It's like in sports. For the longest, NBA didn't even have in the NBA and NFL. The reason why there was other leagues was because they were black leagues, because black people weren't allowed to play in the white leagues. The reason why HBCUs was even founded then was so black athletes could go play at the collegiate level. And so when all that started dying down, and I guess this is kind of the originator of the black becoming ghetto or not as good as the other, the white people who saw that, oh, yeah, black people are just as good, if not better athletes than what we have, started poaching them from everywhere with higher scholarships, with higher pay at the pro level, with this and that. They kind of lost their existence. Even now, I feel like HBCUs need to revamp, because their original meaning of existence is gone. They were there because black people couldn't get scholarships.
Mm.
But now, black people, the top athletes get D1 scholarships. So they would never actually go to a HBCU. Like that's what
Like they have to build their branding, build their conference,
Mhm.
and make them
or just give a different reason to go.
yeah. And I think they're trying to do that now with
Mhm.
HBCUs. They really are trying to do that. It's just
It's hard. It's hard
Yeah.
when you're going up against $1 million juggernauts.
I mean, and especially when you let them be so dominant for so long.
Mhm.
And let is a strong word, you know what I'm saying? But
And that's the same for the NBA. It's kind of like Allen Iverson is a god to some and just another guy to another and to others. Allen Iverson is like close to Jesus for me. And I'm being dead ass because Allen Iverson, he's not that tall. Hell, I'm taller than him. I know because I seen him at a club, and I'm significantly taller than him. Back in the day, he had braids, he tatted up, he wore baggy clothes, and the media tried their damnedest to discredit his character and just his gameplay, like the way he played the game, and just his overall influence because he wasn't the norm. There's a story that Michael Jordan tried to tell him to start wearing suits and pretty much abandon everything that what he did. But it's like Michael Jordan is now part of the other side. That's why it's good that I coined that phrase. Michael Jordan represents the other side. Not saying he's not black, but he's aligned with the other people in charge. So they tried to use his blackness to influence AI and basically convert him over. AI is every kid in the hood, every black kid in the inner city. Like, what does my tattoos mean? What does my hair being braided differently means? People do not remember this was not a norm. It was not normal for people to be tatted up. Scottie Pippen, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley. Hell, Shaq only had one tattoo back then. Kobe didn't have any. Players was not tatted up. And they damn sure didn't have braids. They damn sure didn't wear chains into the pregame. Like, they did not look like rappers outside of the court. Like, and they did everything to destroy Allen Iverson, but his skills shine through so brightly that it's only so much we can do when the motherfucker's winning games. And like now his impact on everything. That's why I was like, he's a god to inner city kids. Because like imagine LeBron. LeBron is tatted up. I think from his neck down.
mm-hmm.
That's accepted. I don't even notice it half the goddamn time.
Half the basketball players now look like a Chipotle bag. So like
that ass, and this is normal now. Hell, white people, even white players are doing it. Once again, it's not like we have a stamp on it. But don't forget, like 15 years ago, however long, peak Allen Iverson was 01 to 05, goddammit. However long ago that was, a man was being crucified for dressing that way, for looking that way. But that was black. He was dressing like he was dressing, I guess, for all intents and purposes, like it was 01, like 50 Cent. I mean, we're being for real. And so, yeah, like it's all media. All media, it's not cool, like you said, until it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets taken. And once it gets taken and the styles change, I think when things change, the more black focused stuff is left by the wayside of just being ghetto because it doesn't have relevance. It doesn't have meaning to the wider population. Like, rap music means a lot to me. I know some people that just listen to rap music. I don't talk rap music with them then. That means, like, people who do that, I'm not mad at you. You should listen to Snitch 9. You should listen to rappers that snitch. You should listen to fake gangbangers because if music is just music to you, then why does it matter what they are in their real lives? Me, that rap music is almost everything to me. That stuff means something. So I'm not going to indulge in the foolery that rap music has gone down in some aspects. But yes, like as I started talking, I think it's just meaning. When it means something to you, it when it means something to the greater public, it stays. But when it just gets ripped away from a certain group because it looks nice, it fades away. And Fubu, for us, by us, it was made specifically to be affordable for black kids. Stephon Marbury, Shaq shoes. Hell, Shaq is fucking rich off them shoes. Shaq is rich off everything. But if he didn't have another investment to his name, he'd be rich off them shoes because he had a concerted effort with Walmart to sell the shoes for $30 so black kids could have shoes. Like, I think he came out in 2020, 2021 when asked about it. Why did he do it or would he ever change it? No. One, I make a shit ton of money off of it. So I don't care what y'all think. And two, it's for a good cause. Me making a shit ton of money is
the
fruits
side
of the
effect,
labor.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the side effect of the hustle.
Yeah. So, and so, yeah, I would like to see a resurgence. It's coming from guy that own Fubu, but I don't go for brands really much anymore. I only wear Nike just because I got a bunch of Nike stuff and it just makes it easy. But I don't go for no damn Louis. I don't go for no Prada.
Yeah.
I don't go for the fucking shoes that's fucking Transformers, Balenciagas. Yeah, I don't go for none of that stuff. When that stuff is arguably uglier.
Yeah, I just I have this thing against like high fashion and that world is like y'all know y'all look stupid, right? I just don't get it.
I don't care what nobody say. Balenciagas are ugly. And it's not everybody needs to agree with you now. You know they're ugly. And you know they're ugly, especially for that price. Like, I think I would take Shaq shoes over some damn Balenciagas because Shaq shoes actually look worth a damn. Like, you can't be for real. You're only going it because the media has told you that, A, the price of something means its value, which is wrong. And two, that this brand also holds value just because, which is wrong. Yeah. Like, that's wrong also.
Yeah. And I actually just watched a video about like it was a guy, he tore apart of like a I think it was a Prada bag or maybe a Chanel bag, I don't know. But he tore it apart and he measured how much leather it was. It was like, yeah, it's a really high quality leather, yada yada yada. For like and for the leather and for the labor, it was only like $300, but the bag cost $12.
I respect the fact that it's worth $300.
Yeah, it was like lamb leather, like lambskin leather, like it was like high quality shit.
Yeah, but it still is not worth that shit.
The bag's is only worth $300.
And I don't think people fully understand. I was talking yesterday to a friend, and it was like, for me, money does not equal money. That's gonna sound funny, and it just randomly. If money equals money to you, you'll never have enough of it. For me, time equals money, and so I don't find value in stuff just being expensive. I find value for getting the most out of my money and not having to work nonstop for that money. So it's like, because something's valued at $1,000, it ain't that valuable to me. Yeah. Like it ain't $1,000 valuable to me.
Yeah, that's how I feel about like gold and like diamonds and like, that whole like, because we all know that shit's artificial. Because realistically, gold doesn't have that much like use in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't make gold wire. We don't make, you know what I'm saying? We don't use it for anything other than for like jewelry.
Just for looks. Yep.
And like they use some shit out in like outer space and stuff, but like how often are we actually doing that shit?
You feel me?
So it's one of those like realistically this shit is worthless. Let's be like it should be no more expensive than aluminum.
Yep. Everybody should have it that's wanted. It shouldn't be a high class thing.
Yeah. It's all most valuable things are artificial.
It's made up. Yeah, it's literally, it's made up. The most valuable thing in this world is food and water. Like, let's be for real.
And I might slide in like a place to sleep, but
that comes and goes. Shit, you can make a place to sleep in a cave. Like that comes and goes. The most valuable things is stuff that keep you alive, and yet those are the cheapest things that people buy. So it's all about what you put value in, and I just think, especially back then, and even now, the media has a strong chokehold on the Black community. But I think just from being a little bit woke, from us being able to have other influences outside the regular mainstream media, a huge majority of us are a little bit more like just on our shit when it comes to that. But like back then, they were just being manipulated easy. It was easy to destroy Black brands because they were just going with trends. And like, I can't even imagine not having social media based off the fact of things are changing, you don't know why. Like there's not even really an answer. It's just happening.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like at least then we can figure out like, oh, such and such bought this. This is why it's being pushed or that. No, if that shit was not public knowledge.
Yeah, before the age of the internet, even early internet age, what? It was so hard to find information out like that.
Shit was just being done, like literally off the top of my head. So I stopped going for like when Gucci belts was a huge thing. I wanted one so badly until a friend loaned me theirs. I realized that shit didn't match shit of what I had. Like this shit does not look good whatsoever. And it was like, what the hell would I pay $400 for this shit that don't even match? That by no metrics would match anything I have unless I get an all Gucci outfit. And that shit would look funny if I did that.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
That is the point. The point is for you, hey, if I'm gonna wear this, I gotta get I get a Gucci t-shirt, which another thing, don't ever buy a luxury brand t-shirt. That is the biggest waste of your money.
All shirts are the same, just different logos.
Don't ever buy a luxury brand's t-shirt. Because they're getting it from the same sweatshop that everybody else is getting their sweatshop from, their t-shirts from. And
I can arguably say pants too, depending on which pants.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't buy no joggers from Gucci. Don't buy, like I'm saying, like, what do you feel? Like, don't buy a hoodie from, like why are you buying knit products from these luxury brands? Like, unless they're like, a made in US product, or I'm saying, like, why are we? Because they're all getting their product from the same people. There's only like, I think there might be like 20 companies who own all the tapestries where most stuff come from. Mm-hmm. So like, what are we doing here?
Easy way to break it down for y'all is like Sam's Club and Walmart. For the longest time, niggas thought they were different. No, they're literally the same. By most metrics, what you find in Sam's Club is what you can find in Walmart, but in smaller size. Yeah. It's not higher quality. It's higher quantity. There's a huge difference in the two. Because I remember some people used to flex like Sam's Club was significantly better than Walmart. And I knew they were the same when I reached like 7th or 8th grade because they had the same fucking store water, brand water. That every store has different generic water. Everyone. Kroger brand is different than Walmart brand, and that's different than...
But they all probably bottle at the same plant.
They probably is. But when the logos, like when the bottles are the same, this shit is just Walmart. That's what I knew. This is just a big ass Walmart. Boy, I might as well take myself to Walmart. I don't eat in boat. But yes, that's how branding is. That's what it is in a nutshell. You have tailored for people who put value in high prices, and then you probably, maybe it is cheapened in a little bit of way, but not significantly. You take that same thing, cheapen it a little bit, and give it to people who can't afford it at different price. Shaq shoes are also a great example because Shaq shoes weren't originally $30. When he was like with the Magic and I don't know when it started. I think it was like the tail end of the Lakers. Those was $130 shoes. Those was
really?
top shoes.
Well, I know he had a deal with Reebok or something like that at first.
Are the Shaq shoes not the Reebok ones?
No.
Oh, never mind.
At first, he had a deal with Reebok, and that's when he was. And ESV told a story that the woman was like, was cussing him out about the shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody have seen that story by now.
Yeah.
He's been on the internet at some point.
So they look so similar.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say they look so. I thought they were the same.
Now, so he said I'll still wear, like, I'll fulfill my contract with Reebok, but I'm going to make my own shoe, and that's the $30 shoe.
Okay, never mind then. Either way, it still fits my point that they look so much alike that I thought they were the same ones. That they were, when Shaq was playing, they were like, I think, a top 5 shoe. For some reason, I noticed. I think it was behind whatever Jordans was out that year. The Scottie Pippens, foam posits, and I think Shaq shoes was 4. I guess they weren't Shaq Reeboks, but Shaq shoes was 4. And Shaq shoes remained hot when he was at his hottest. Because when he started kind of falling off, they kind of just became funny. Like they just, even now, like, because I love Black Twitter. When Black Twitter be reminiscent, it's weird to find people like kind of ashamed at wearing cheap stuff. Like, yeah, bro, my mom got this for me. I was so embarrassed. Bro, every black nigga had it. That shit was cool back then. Those Stephon Marbury's was cool. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
I don't think I remember those.
I can't even explain them, right? But when you see
Insert
them,
picture here.
you feel me? When you see them, that's the logo.
Oh yeah.
These came out at 40. When he was in his prime, they came out at 40 because he wanted them to be affordable.
I do remember them. I never owned a pair because I wasn't really into basketball like that.
Yeah.
So, like, there was no point in me getting a basketball shoe.
Yeah.
But I do remember them. Yeah, and they were pretty cool when they first came out.
You feel like them shits was hot. The only reason they're not cool now is because they become defunct, and now you just remember them as, oh, you remember those $40 shoes? Like, don't act like they weren't cool. Jordan could have been the same exact way if he wanted a lucrative deal with his Nike. He easily, because that deal could have ran out. We didn't get these mass fucking reprints of the same shoes. And old Jordans would have been just ghetto. Just something in the past. Like, so.
Jordan is a lightning in a bottle. Like, the brand Jordan, it's lightning in a bottle. Because we see it with every other basketball shoe that comes out. Like, any basketball player that drops a shoe. Once LeBron stops playing, and he hasn't played in 5 years, LeBrons aren't going to be popular. Kobe's aren't really popular. They got popular again once he died.
I think that's going to keep them hot, keep them mild, like mid, for the rest of their time. They won't ever be as hot as before. They're just going to stay lukewarm. Because, Kobe's, I would say on average, was like possibly 180 before his death. Because I was looking at some. But now they average out to about 250.
Like the retro ones or new pairs?
There is no new pairs.
Oh, no, now.
Yeah. So, just in general, like, that's just the average of what I can find on the high end of the spectrum and the low end of the spectrum. And I can tell you for facts, the low end of the spectrum, before and after death, the low end is way higher than before. So, yes, like, stuff like that happened. LeBron has been in the league so long. Hell, I even take a Kevin Durant. Their original shoes, people don't even wear no more. Like, LeBron.
I remember the LeBron ones. I remember when they dropped.
And I hated them then.
I remember the KDs.
The ones that dominated our high school and middle school.
Everybody had a pair of KDs.
And he doesn't even wear those and like those type anymore because it's a new style. So that's what happens when time just goes on. I feel like there'll be a certain group of people who will keep them in production. Because, like, I grew up with those KDs. I like wearing them. Some people, like, those are their preferred hoop shoes. So they're going to keep wearing them because that's what they wore. But, yes, they will never reach prominence like that again unless somebody, well, they won't, because the way the beast is, even if a new player comes in and wants to wear them, if he's like that, he's going to get his own shoe.
His own version of the shoe. Yeah.
So that's how it is. I don't really know how to counter this. I guess support black businesses.
Yeah, I think honestly the only way to counter it is just not be phased by what other people say. Rock your own shit. If if you like X, Y, and Z, you like a certain kind of music, you like neo soul, right? And people are like, oh, the fuck, you listen to neo soul? Yeah, I listen to neo soul. What's up? What's the problem with it? And just be you. Ultimately, the biggest problem with it is just like people following the hype train. Just do your own shit. And that doesn't mean that you can't, tune in with the hype train and be like, oh, that actually is pretty cool. I do like that. I'm gonna incorporate that into my own style. Or, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna get a pair of Jordan 1s because I like that pair of Jordan 1s. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think high-end fashion has its place.
Mm-hmm.
High-end. Mm-hmm. Because, like, there's plenty of stuff I've seen before that I wear a certain type of way. And I was like, in high school, I never wore a jean jacket. I know that's so funny to point out.
Yeah,
but, like,
I didn't own one.
I didn't even own a jean jacket in high school. Yeah. Until I saw, that's kind of the style, hoodie and jean jacket.
Wearing, like, layering coats and stuff. Like, what I'm saying? Like, my cousin used to do that back when I was, like, I don't know, in middle school.
Only fashion people used to do that.
They used to, like, layer clothes and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's dope. And I thought it was cool then, but when I got to high school, I was like, I'm not going to dress like that because people are going to,
I thought people who did it was a bit pretentious. Let's be for real. I haven't met your cousin, but I feel like you laughed because he was pretentious or she was pretentious. Like
a tad. All love though, cousin.
Or like I don't own one, but I've been meaning to get one. Well, I want like a little camo jacket, not necessarily jean, but something just a little thin.
I had a it was like a Carhartt jacket, but it was camo. It wasn't Carhartt brand, but like Carhartt like style camo jacket, and I used to wear the fuck out of that jacket.
Like
it was clean, like it and it would just make the outfit fucking work.
And it actually goes with everything. You can literally
it blends in.
Like you could easily have on a sweatsuit fit and just shit. Let me go ahead and throw this on just for a little bit of a peel.
And I was warm as fuck.
So like, I think that's how you do it. Like I would never buy $1,000 goddamn designer camo jacket. I'm gonna buy this $35 one,
but like
wear it like it's $1,000.
Yeah, it's just I think I think we're getting out of the rat race a little bit as a culture. I mean, we still are very materialistic and designer focused, but I think we're starting to get more and more towards the right track. Because I'm seeing people like I just watched a video from like a fashion, I guess it's a content creator, and he made a dope looking outfit from Walmart.
Mm-mm.
And you could, if you saw him on the street, you could not tell that it was from Walmart.
I can't tell most shit's from Walmart if I'm being for real. I only know this is from Walmart because I got one, but I know you've seen an uptick of people wearing like the Prince Purple Rain cover shirt. Mm-hmm. It comes from Walmart. I got one. Costs $10. That's why every nigga in the world got one.
My God, slide to Walmart.
But Walmart has great tees. Some of my anime tees came from Walmart.
Yeah, I noticed that about another great store to get like graphic tees and stuff like that from Target.
Oh,
I used to shop at Target in high school.
My go-to place before it becomes hot again, Hot Topic. I'm always surprised that they don't close their doors. But every time niggas see me, I think outside of the stuff that was given to me and from Walmart, every single anime thing I own comes from Hot Topic. Where did you find it from? Something I had to do some digging. I was on page 54 out of 62. I'm not going to sit here and deny that.
Yeah.
But I think true value comes from uniqueness. And people have tried to make uniqueness at a price. So, like, buy this $1,000 thing because nobody else has it.
Yeah, it's false scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When if we all had $1,000, we all would have it.
Yeah. And I mean, realistically, not everybody has $1,000, of course, but like a lot of people got $1,000.
Yeah.
So
like, and that's what I like to assume that's my style. My style is a unique variation you won't find everywhere, but it's available wherever if you want to go search for it. I think now in my older age, I don't think outside of a hoodie or sweatshirt, nothing I own and shoes is over fucking $50. Shoes is over $100, but literally everything else I own, hell, I'm talking from pants, drawers, shirt, everything, all that is under $50. Hell, I can find a deal. I can make 2 outfits for $50.
you know, like I only buy very few things at like the $50 range, and it's like if it's something that I really, really want, it's like, you know,
if I can't wait for it to go on sale,
yeah.
Or if it's justifiable. Hoodies are justifiable to me being 60.
They last forever.
Because I had this since 10th grade.
Yeah, my favorite hoodie, R.I.P. my favorite hoodie. It was a North Face hoodie. It was a black on black hoodie. Like it was the cleanest hoodie I've ever seen in my life. You never got to see. Oh no, you probably did see.
I'm about to say, did you have it freshman year?
I had it freshman year, and I sent it to an ex-girlfriend of mine in the mail.
I was about to say, when you said it, you wore the hoodie all the time.
Yeah, it was.
What happened to it?
I sent it away, and then it was like a year later. I was like, "Where the fuck is that?"
Bro,
sad.
Do you?
But I think I paid $60 for that hoodie. Well, it was valued at $60. I actually didn't pay that because I got it on sale. But
that's also what's crazy about value. I get some of the greatest, most expensive stuff for cheap. Patience is key, young grasshopper. That's what. Like I got a polo beanie. People, bro, I love that beanie. How much did it cost? Me, I got it in the middle of July for $20. What it originally was priced for $150.
There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with wearing like brand names. If you get that shit on sale,
shit, that polo beanie it keeps me warm and it's clean. And patience is key. A little secret for y'all. I feel like you're old enough to know this. Get your winter stuff in the summertime.
Yes.
And then get your summertime stuff in the wintertime because it does 2 things. 1, it will be on clearance and it's cheaper. 2, you will never see it again because they're getting rid of it for the new stuff. It does 2 things. Yeah. And that's why the stuff that I have, people, if I bought it when it was at its hot, at its peak, you probably would see a lot of people and me in it. But since I bought it the months after it went out the store, and now it's not in store, you will never see it unless you already have it. You won't see it. That's how you do things. That's why most of the stuff I have was easily available in stores, but I got that shit on clearance. I possibly got the last one. And so I know unless like they remake it, you're not getting it.
Yes. The way I do it is basically like that, but like I'll buy a new jacket or whatever, and I'll buy it like in like March, May, April area, because I'm gonna get maybe a month of wear out of it, so I don't feel like I completely wasted the whole year not wearing this outfit. That's true. And then I get to put it away, and I get to bring it back out in the fall. But where'd you get that fucking at?
Yeah, I got it from such and such. Really? I was just there. Yeah. It wouldn't be just there. What y'all can't see.
I had this forever.
Well, what y'all don't see now is that I got a bunch of hoodies off to the side, and those are just my main ones I wore. I opened up a container with a bunch more hoodies that I forgot about. And that's why they're out here, because I'm sorting through which ones do I want out and which ones do I want to go back in the time capsule and forget about.
Time capsule is wild.
Because, like, they're just fire, but, like, the beauty of buying stuff in the middle of summer, so, like, hoodies, well, shit, I'm going to put it up because I already got my summer clothes out. By the time that fucking 4 or 5 months come around, damn, I forgot I got this. Nigga, you clean. You clean. And that's how I do. That's why I look like I pop out with new stuff all the time. I probably got, and this is no bullshit, bro, because I had the most money in my fourth year of college. Most anybody knows me knows that I probably got a year's worth of clothes that I've never wore. And so, like, now I have the appearance that I bought clothes continuously. Nah, I just had that shit. And I just, one, I work a lot. And when you get grown, where the fuck am I going with this shit?
I swear to God, like like so, like when I moved, I got rid of a whole bunch of like my formal wear and stuff because like I number one haven't worn it in the longest time, and number two I can't fit some of the stuff because I got fat. So like, but I now like, and I was like, oh man, I actually gotta go buy some more formal shit. But then I thought about it. I was like, I haven't gone anywhere formal in how long?
That's one of those things that, like, no bullshit. And the only reason I wore formal wear because of the jobs that I worked at, but that's literally something when it's like, as friends, hey, you want to go do something kind of fancy, nothing expensive, but we got to dress up for something cheap. But you got to dress up for. Like, that's the only time you really get use out of stuff like that.
It's somebody's birthday.
Yeah, birthday.
A wedding. Like very rarely.
Yeah, like that ass. Hell, that's the only time I really get use out of clothes. Some, hey, you want to go out or you want to head out? Shit, I might as well throw on. Sometimes I'll get decked out. Damn, bro, you got dress. Shit, this is the only time I'm getting dressed for the next couple of months. This is the only time I'm getting dressed up for the next couple of months. So,
I mean, that's like when I put on jeans. You're like, you wore jeans today, nigga? Like, yeah.
I'd be wanting to wear my same comfortable shoes, like the ones that I just always wear. But sometimes I'll pop up some, oh, you wore the J's today? Bro, I got dressed up. And I haven't worn these bitches in months. So if I don't wear it now, it's gonna be months after. Like, let me not let the opportunity pass.
That's how I am with the Air Force ones and my Jordan ones. It's like, let me break these hoes out.
The opportunity don't strike too often. And so, like, yeah, there's some fashion tips from guys who don't even consider themselves fashion experts. I just know how to put a little bit of something together for cheap. And so, yeah, don't chase the brand. Buy more black-owned stuff because I guarantee not too many people will have that.
And people are going to ask you about it. Every time I've always been a smaller brand person. Like, I was wearing Huff before it got cool. I was wearing what was the other one? I was wearing like a whole bunch of like smaller brands before they blew up. Especially like they might have blew up other places, but they weren't blown up where I was at.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, if people ask me, "Oh, where'd you get that at? Where's that at? Where's it? What is that?" And then once it became mainstream again in my hometown, I was like, "Okay, time for me to find something else to wear because everybody's wearing this shit now."
I think that might be a lost art to shopping too. Like, just go to the mall. Well, don't go to the mall, ain't shit there. But just go out to stores and just see what they got. Just browse and just go through.
And don't be so stuck up on the brand. Just buy some shit that you think is cool. Like, if you think it's cool, wear it. Oh, Neff. I was wearing Neff. That was the brand I was wearing.
I didn't even know what that was. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it was a smaller. It's kind of small again now. Like, I don't think I see a lot of people wearing it now. But it was like a smaller streetwear kind of skater company.
Mm.
Yeah, same with Huff. Like Huff is a skater company, but like it's more streetwear than skater.
Nike's the only brand I could think of, but outside of what is not Nike, it's just other stuff. I just be online. I'll just decide. I don't have a My Hero shirt. Let me scroll through, and then I'll go to about my tolerance for bullshit is pretty low. I'll give 6 sites. I'll give 6 sites or 6 people who aren't name brand places. I give y'all a chance to show me a little something. Let me go through the reviews of the shit. Make sure it's on the up and up. Normally within the 6, I find something that I like and just fuck it, I'll get it. That's why I really don't know where I be getting shit from. But if that 6 fall through, I'm going back to old reliable. God damn it.
Oh, Hot Topic.
You Hot Topic Nike. And Nike's my fallback. Nike's when I know I need clothes, but I just don't know what the fuck, like, I don't know anything else to get. Fuck it. I need hoodies. I need shirts. Like I can go to Nike and get both. Like,
Fair enough.
but tell us what you think black things are considered ghetto. Tell us some of the black ghetto things that you love down in the comments. And be sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this, all 2023 long.
We out.